impressed you most about Lance? And is this sort of what an ace needs to do in game one, is come out and just kind of dominate the way he did?
Well, for sure. But the main thing is that, he stayed away from the high pitch count inning, which permitted him to go, deep in the game. I know he was hoping to go a full 7 innings, but they were starting to hit him in that 1 inning, and so we had to come get him. Mayton got him out of trouble, and he had his breaking ball going. He had his fastball command going. So whenever that happens, he's tough to hit.
Christie, you're in the middle, and then Chandler in the back.
What did you think of Altuve's slide there at home, and do you think it was a good momentum boost to get the crowd involved?
Oh yeah, and that was a good play by Moncada to field that ball in the hole and then even make it close at home. And that was a tremendous slide. I mean, he's an excellent slider, and that was big for us. Because I think at the time it was 1-0, and so anytime you can add a run, when you're playing such a good opponent. This is big. That Bregman put the ball in play, and if you put the ball in place, some good positive things can happen.
Chandler?
Dusty, you guys scored 6 runs despite only having 2 extra base hits. What did you think of the way you guys did little things like running the bases, hitting against the shift, Brantley putting the bunt down in that inning? Kind of, what did you think of the little things you guys did tonight?
These are those little things. It's kind of like stacking pennies. You do little things that adds up to big things. And we picked up some runners, outstanding base running by Yordan Alvarez to tag up from second to go to third. So, these are the things. If you don't do them, they usually come back to haunt you. Because all these games are going to be close. They're not going to ever concede. You could tell the way they were bringing some of the top guys out of the bullpen, and we scored early and kept scoring, and then their bullpen shut us down the last 3 or 4 innings. So that was a good game to play, a good game to watch, and the fans were happy going home.
Do Mark here in the front.
Dusty, obvious question, but the advantage is the key here to winning game 1 of a short series.
Well, yeah, that puts you up. It's a long ways from over because, these guys are a quality team, and so you especially want to win that first game, especially that's why you play for that home field advantage. That's why it was so important. And so, we got our work cut out, tomorrow, and it's a good feeling to win that first one.
Dusty, right here in the front.
Yes.
Dusty, can you talk about the confidence of Jake Myers at the plate tonight?
Well, yeah, that was he got us on the board, and he got another hit, and that first one was always the toughest one, and you get that first one, then you sort of cuts the ice, and it gives you confidence for the second, and hopefully, down the line in the series. And that was big to get us on the board, and we got 2 2-out hits, which is usually in a series like this, when you pick up runners from third, less than 2 outs, and the team that usually gets the most 2-out RBI hits are the team that usually put yourself in a position to win.
In the middle on the left.
Did it help with Myers that you guys had this home field advantage, and he was obviously very familiar being out there in center field in your ballpark?
Yeah. Anytime, you're home, you've been out there, a number of times. And, most people feel very comfortable at home. That's why it's called home. And, that helped him, and it helped us.
To Brian on the left side in the back, and then to Chandler.
Dusty, how much did it help to have seemingly a healthy Brantley tonight, having him at number 2? He was running the bases, hustling it down to first, and it went 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. Seemed to kind of get that whole lineup going.
Well, that's the Brantley we have been missing when he was out. And, he changes our whole lineup. He's a quality left-handed bat. He's going to put the ball in play. He doesn't usually strike out, doesn't usually hitting double plays. This guy is a professional hitter. And anytime you got, a guy like that out of your lineup, I mean, you could tell we were having trouble scoring runs while Michael was out of the lineup. So I'm glad that he got well. He's feeling better every day. We'll probably DH him, tomorrow to make sure that he feels better going forward.
Take one more with Jesus here in front.
Dusty, last year you didn't have Jordan Alvarez
Yeah.
for the playoffs. How much of a boost is he to have this year?
Well, that's a huge bat. I mean, I had thought many times over the winter, what it would have been like to have Jordan in there. And but nobody was going to give you any sympathy for a player that's hurt, especially a key player like that. And he is in the middle of our lineup. We don't know when he's going to leave the yard, and he's going to drive in some big runs. And so, I mean, life wasn't too pleasant last year without Jordan. I didn't even really know what I had. I think he came back for 2 games, and the one game, first at bat, he had a homer, and I was envisioning what it was going to be like to have him back, and then he got hurt and was out the rest of the year. So I'm very thankful to have him back.